It's a book. There we go. There we go. Welcome, 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 everybody. And to today's episode, we're going to be talking about Dr. Julius Garvey, the son of Marcus Garvey. That is going to be our topic for today. However, before I go into that, the last time I was at this spot, there was a crow above my head giving me the hits. I mean, really giving me the hits. I think this was a couple of days ago. Well, anyway, so I spoke with my high priestess, and if you know anything about the crow, it's a majestic bird, really is. It is used to bring messages and take messages. So, after further looking into it and that sort of thing, so we had a real deep conversation about that crow being over my head and what that means spiritually. So I'll share that with you on a later date, but I did want to let you know that we did that. So greetings everybody who's coming in. I got a few minutes with you today. I just want to be able to come in for your presence and share with you some things, you know what I mean? Definitely. So come on in. I hope that you can hear me. Hope everything is going well for you today. That's that time I can sit down and kind of relax and take a breather. Get some of this fresh air. Greetings everybody who's coming on. Today, as I said before, the conversation that we're going to have today is going to be about Dr. Julius Garvey, the son of Marcus Garvey. On yesterday, I had the opportunity to actually listen to him lecture. I had the opportunity to have a book signed. He was autographing books. I had that opportunity, and then as a member of the Most Wishful John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California, Aries Lodge number 4, and all of the brotherhood per se, on behalf of Grand Master Calvin Sanders, giving his blessings that we was able to present to Dr. Julius Garvey a masonic apron coming from this jurisdiction. And that was, I'm telling you, when you meet elders like that, when you come across elders who are living and able to move and to breathe, and you listen to them lecture and you hold their hands, you have a decent civil conversation with you, whether you agree with everything or not, and to be in their presence, man, let me tell you, ain't nothing like it. People can tell you some things, but until you meet them personally, face to face, it's a different show. It's a different show. And to have that opportunity yesterday to present him a masonic apron before the community of San Diego, who was all there and present, made it worthwhile. Definitely listening to this man speak about his dad and his mom and what they meant to him, what they showed him, how they guided him, meant a lot coming from someone like him. And do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button. I would certainly appreciate it. Share the information. So as we get into today's conversation, we're going to speak on Dr. Julius Garvey and what he's meant in the movement of African Americans today. Although you may not see him in the spotlight, although you don't hear a whole lot about him, you must understand sometimes you have to move in silence. Sometimes you have to do things in such a way till it doesn't bring a lot of attention to what you're trying to get done, and I can appreciate him. The last individual that came this way was the nephew of Malcolm X. He came to San Diego, California a few years back, and it was a big hoopla about him being in San Diego. And he went over to Tijuana, Mexico. Later found himself dead. I mean, sometimes you have to move in such a way you can't, and I learned that. I mean, I've had brothers to pull me to the side and say, look, you have to move differently. You have to do things differently. So it is beholden to do that. However, about last night, greetings everybody. Please hit the chat. Please hit the chat as you come on, and I want to send greetings to your jurisdiction. Be it you are Eastern Star, you're not an Eastern Star, you're Mason, you're not a Mason. This channel is really open to have an open dialogue on all things Masonic, all things Masonic, all thing OES, all thing mystical, all thing occultist. We talk about it all. So as we get into this conversation, he spoke about his father and what his father meant to a whole lot of black people. He spoke about the newspaper his father had out. He spoke about the movement of 6 million black people who followed, who was part of the drive to move back to the continent. He spoke about those things, and being able to directly speak about something gives it a whole lot of legitimacy because you are part of the very fabric. And hearing him speak about the things that we can do now to progress here in America was profoundly accepted by those who was there. It was something that we all could appreciate coming from someone like him. Anytime you find yourself in the presence of an elder who have lived their lives, no matter what standard they may have in the community, it can be your grandmother, it can be your mother's mother, it can be your father's father, it can be someone who's been an outstanding citizen, someone who's really been there for their people. Listen to them. Listen to them. Listen to them while you can, because they have so much to share with you. You don't have to make the same mistakes they did. That is the uniqueness of listening to an elder. Someone who's made mistakes, someone who can look back and say, that's not the road you want to take. Go this route. And it will help you get to a destination so much easier because they have seen the bumps in the road. They have seen the hills, they have seen the mountains. They want you to have a better adjustment in becoming successful. They want you to have that better adjustment. They want you to do better. So listen to the elders. Listen to them because they have so much to share. Really, really have a lot to share. And the next time somebody tell me what we ain't doing, I mean, legitimately speaking, what we ain't doing, I can't talk to you. That's one thing that bothered me. And as he spoke about African Americans, the African diaspora, and how we are united, but you hear people speak so negatively about what we are not doing. Black people need to be doing this. I get tired of people trying to tell us or me what I need to be doing. Black people need to be doing this. I get it, and I understand occasionally, yes, I get it, but all of us don't think alike. All of us don't move alike. Some of us are meant to be leaders, some of us are meant to be soldiers. There are so many aspects to this. We're not going to always be on the same page, but we can always work together for the common goal of who we are as a people. And this, for me, is where Masonry and the Order of the Eastern Star and those other degrees that you may have come into play. For me, this is how I apply being able to lift the next woman or man up. This is how I apply the degree work. This is how I approach it. So when someone comes to me and say, you know what, black people, you need, you need to work together. There's a lot of us, and I'm saying this publicly, there's a lot of us work together. Trust me. And as far as this division that some see, black Masons, you don't do, nah. I don't know what circle you're running in. And I was like that at one time. I was like that. I was like, man, black Masons need to do this and do that. I was that guy at one time. But as I began my journey to go farther than where I've been before, to really see Masonry outside of the box of which I was placed in, I seen something totally different. I seen brothers of the craft, I seen sisters of the order from various jurisdictions come together for a common good, a common cause, and that's what we need. Now, there's going to be some chatter out there. There's going to be always noise. You have to ignore the noise and meet the goal. Stay focused. You cannot allow the noise to distract you from a goal that you have. Whatever goal that is, you can't allow the noise to take you from the objective that's before you. Whatever it is before you, you cannot, once again, allow the noise to take you from it. And it will. It will enough. Yeah, you will become distracted. But don't do that to yourself. I've learned this in talking to the elders. I've learned this in this journey that I'm on. I cannot be distracted. Everybody's not going to like the way I do things. Everybody's not going to like the fact that I talk about masonry the way I do. But it ain't for them. This is not for them. This is not their journey. It's not. You know? And this is what I got last night as Dr. Julius Garvey was giving his lecture. You know? The way he moves and how he does things. You know, I mean, it was almost a spur of the moment thing for him to arrive here in California. It was not something that was really put out there. It was put out there for certain people. I would say this. It was put out there for certain people. And everybody didn't know that he was in the city last night. A lot of people didn't know. So there was a select group of people who knew that he was here. And I'm grateful and thankful for the brothers, for them informing me, hey, Brother Marcus Garvey's son is going to be here, you know. And I was like, well, is it possible for us to do this? They said, yes, it is very much so possible. I was like, okay. So I called up my Grand Master as I was going. I'm headed there because this is a short notice. I'm headed there. He was like, yeah, you go ahead and you do what you got to do because you are the ambassador for the Grand Lodge. You have to do this. And the thing is that whenever you have elders before you, honor your elders. Honor them. So as a collective organization, from the brothers from the UK, the brothers in Trinidad, the brothers in Atlanta, the brothers in New Orleans, as I go and represent them, that was done on a jointly thing. That was something that we had to do for us, you know, collectively. Let him know that, you know what, bro, we care about you. We love you and we want you to know this now. We don't want to wait and say, wow, you know, we had the opportunity. Never pass up an opportunity to honor the elders. Never do that. Never pass up an opportunity to honor the elders. Be it if they're in your Grand Lodge, your Grand Chapter, in your community, figure out a way to honor your elders. Figure it out. Don't let anybody change your mind about honoring someone who's really put in some work to see that you may have a better way of doing things and see that you're going to be stronger in what you do. Don't let nobody do that. Too many times we allow other people to dictate to us who we want to honor, how we want to honor them, and pay respects to them. You know, we do that. We allow someone else to come in and dictate the whole situation. And no, we don't do that here. We do not do that here, not in this jurisdiction. We don't do that here. That's not how it's done. And to listen to him break down some key events in his father's life, to listen to him take questions from the audience and give those questions the best answer that he can give. Man, that was beautiful last night. It was beautiful. And he was very receptive to everyone. Very receptive. I mean, especially when we gave him the Masonic apron. He was like, really? This is for me? And you know, it's kind of funny. So we're giving him the Masonic apron, and he gonna say, well, who's this from? I said, it's from the Most Wishful John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California. Oh, okay. Who, who's John G. Jones? And then I went in to explain to him who John G. Jones was at one time. He was like, oh, okay. I said, it's very much possible that him and his dad could have crossed paths. It's possible. Jones didn't die until 1914, so it's definitely possible that they could have crossed paths. It's possible. You know, so, and because both of those individuals, if you know anything about John G. Jones, the man, both him and Garvey and those legends of that time and day really went out their way to serve their people, period. They did. Those individuals went out the way to serve their people. You may not like how they did it. You may not like the fact that this person did it this way or that person did it that way. The mere fact that they put themselves on the line says a lot. Because a lot of us who live this life, a lot of us who are Masons, a lot of us who are Eastern Stars, who may have prominent positions, you don't want to put yourself out. You don't want to be out front. And that's the difference when you're in positions and situations like those elders were in. Like elders of today find themselves. You don't want to do that. Some of us can't hold up to the pressure that you're going to receive when you step out. Some of us can't do it. Some of us will bow down to it so quick it'll give you a spinning in the head. So this is what you have to do. You have to be able to stand up to the pressure. You have to be able to move forward and understand where you're at in this whole thing. And when you don't know where you're at and you don't know how to contribute, that's an issue. That's an issue. You know, you got to know where you're at. Greetings, everybody. Once again, I want to say thank you. That was epic. His family name is African American. Oh yeah, for real, that was epic. What's up going on, brother Diaz? Greetings, brother Muhammad, from the Most Wishful Abraham Grand Lodge out of Texas. Greetings back to you. My Grand Matron is online today. Greetings to you, Grand Matron. It's you know, well, I'm gonna say this here. Whenever I mention the name of my Grand Matron, Sister Diane Miller, it means something, because her and I received our Most High's honor the same year. She received her Rose of the Seven Seals in 2000. I received my 33rd in 2000, under the leadership of William R. Dames. And then we moved under the leadership of Esau E. Baxter. Then we moved under the leadership of Charles H. Nelson, our past Sovereign Grand Commanders. All of these individuals, I would say, I'm speaking for me right now, really enlightened me in regards to Freemasonry. Also, I would mention my past Grand Matron, Sister Kim Crenshaw. I would mention her also. I would also mention Sister Anna Cook. These to me are legends, and now they are with the ancestors. Someone like a brother George Smiley. Brother George Smiley, who's a legend in my jurisdiction, he would be 102 years old at this time. He would be 102. He was born in 1920, and he passed away maybe about 8, maybe 10 years ago or so. And that brother was, he was one of them. And this is why it's important when you have individuals like that in your Masonic Lodge or your OES chapter. Please give them their flowers while they're here with you. This what made yesterday so important. This was what made yesterday so special. You know, the mere fact that we had the opportunity to present Dr. Julius Garvey something from us as Masons, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. This is why you never pass up an opportunity. Even when you think there's no opportunity, sometimes you have to make one. Sometimes you have to look at the situation and make an opportunity out of it to be able to forge forward. You have to do that. And so, in doing so, you will see that you are making a difference. No, be a difference maker. Don't just sit on the sideline and be mad at the person who's out actually putting forth efforts. And I'm gonna say this here. My dear brother, Weston Jarvis, he was overseas a few weeks back, and they honored the brother. I mean, he went overseas. He's with an organization under Suglia, and they was overseas, and they was visiting dignitaries and masonic lodges and grand lodges over there. You know what? It does my heart good. I don't always agree with Jarvis. I don't always agree with a whole lot of brothers. But when you're doing something like that, that's a great thing, man. I'm not gonna kick nobody. I'm not. I need to be doing my own work. Peace and greetings to everybody who's coming on. Like you told me, be the change. Absolutely. Be the change. Stop talking. If you don't like something, stop talking about somebody and go be the change. Go be the example. Do it. Nobody's stopping you at all. No one. And this is what I like about what we do here in this particular jurisdiction for which I'm a part of. No. You got something to bring to the table. You got something to add, to help build, to help settle the foundation. Man, come on. Come on. You're welcome at this table. I'm gonna say this publicly right now. If you have something to add, if you have something to bring forward to better the foundation, to strengthen the stones, come on, you're welcome. Plain and simple. I don't have time to bicker over small things. I'm looking for bigger things to do. You know, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking for bigger things to do. You know, I'm looking to take my trial and spread that cement of brotherly love. I don't care what you say. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be taking these symbolic working tools that is given to me and applying them to the real world, quote unquote. You know, just like an Eastern Star is supposed to take each degree that she receives and apply them to her life. That's what she's supposed to do. But when she finds herself getting in a position or putting herself in a position to where she's had one too many, that's the time a sister step up and say, hey, sis, you having one too many. When she finds herself in a situation and the vultures are crowding around her. You understand what I'm saying? When the vultures, you got a sister, and the vultures, she's had too many, and the vultures are crawling her all around and wanting to grab her. That's when the brothers really step in. That's when the sisters really come to her rescue. Come on, sis, let's go. Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's how it should be. Honor your elders. Protect those who are in the craft, those who are in the order. If they get out of hand, then you need to admonish them privately. You don't have to do it publicly. You don't have to do that. Greetings, everybody. Greetings if you're just coming on. Today we're talking in regards to honoring our elders. We're talking about yesterday we had the privilege of giving the one and only Dr. Julius Garvey a gift from this jurisdiction. On behalf of the Grand Master of State, it was indeed an honor to be able to do that. It was something special. It was definitely special. That's where I'm at. It was definitely, I'm gonna tell you, it was special. I'd like to know how you're doing today. If anybody, I'm gonna say this here, if anyone wanna join me live while I'm doing this, I can bring you on. I can bring you on. I like having conversations to bring forth of the goodness and the great things that we do masonically. I've learned that I had to grow and get out of the mindset of always saying this is what we're not doing and why the brothers are doing this or why the sisters are doing that, and put the spotlight on the things that we do. Put the spotlight on the things you do. If your lodge, if your chapter is doing something great in your area, your community, your state, put the spotlight on it. That's what you do. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. I know a lot of people have often came to me and said, brother, how can you respect international? You know it's a Ponzi scheme that they're running. That ain't my business. How can you respect modern free? You know they doing this. That ain't my business. My business is this. Are they upholding the values? I'm not speaking for my Grand Lodge right now. I'm speaking for me. Are they upholding the values of the Masonic order for which they say that they are a part of? And if the answer is yes, then I'm cool with it. I'm speaking for me. If a brother has been tried and he's found worthy and well qualified, who am I to deny him unless I got something against him? Hear me clearly. If a brother is found worthy and well qualified, who am I to denounce him or to deny him unless I have something against him? Because what always turns in my head is these words, as many and fellows have done before me. It was my own free will in accord. Has he been truly prepared? Yeah. I mean, all of that plays with me when I'm dealing with the craft, when I'm dealing with sisters of the order. Have they stopped by each point and received and understood what was going on? All of that plays with me. I don't know about you, but all of it plays with me. And then when I come back into the presence of the organization itself and what we're doing within the confines of our community, our state, what are we doing? Are you sitting idly by, just letting time pass away and talking about someone? Or are you actually putting in the work? Big shout out to the brothers out of Las Vegas, Brother Hunter, True Kinsman Lodge number 1, Faith Lodge number 11, to the brothers from the Most Wishful Haramatai Grand Lodge, the brothers from St. Mark's Grand Lodge. They all came together, from what I understand. They had a clothes drive. They also had a donation of food. There was a lot of things that that went on. These are multiple Masonic jurisdictions and lodges that came together for the benefit of the community. And to me, that's how you put in that work. That's how you put it in. You don't sit idly by and just talk about it. Be about that life. Be about that life. That's where I'm at. Greetings, Elwood Walker. How you doing? Greetings, brother. This is true meaning of traveling when you can go into unfamiliar lands and fellowship with brothers. Absolutely. A lot of us are too afraid to do it. I was speaking with Brother John from Africa on yesterday, and I think it was yesterday, or the day before yesterday, and he was telling me, hey, look, when you get here, here's the expectations. When you get here, here's what we're going to be doing. I was like, okay, all right, cool. And he broke down some things to me, and I appreciate Brother John and what he's trying to help me to accomplish and do. And we're about to make it pop off. Bruh, if y'all only knew the things that are happening, the things that are happening. And I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna get ready to go. Here's what I need you to do for me, is that if your Grand Lodge or your chapter has an event that is going on, I would definitely share that event here on this platform. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. If your Grand Lodge, your Grand Chapter, your lodge or your chapter has an event going on, let me know. Email me. Email me at jgjafam@yahoo.com. Tell me the event. When I come on live, I would announce the event. I would tell people, hey, go support the event. I'll do that. I don't have time for the bickering and small stuff. Too much other stuff needs to be taking place for the benefit of the community. I'm out. I'm yours truly. Look, whatever you do, keep your light on, stay out the bushes. I'm not your study guy, but I am here to help you study. I appreciate you coming on and joining me for these few minutes that we had to share today. And if you can reach out to me, let me know. Peace and be well. I'm out.